Welcome back to the Notary Hub. My name is Rebecca. I am a notary public professional in the state of Oklahoma. I'm also a notary signing agent, soon to not be after the math I did. Here we talk about wins, lessons, failures, and everything in between. And if you're new here, welcome. I'm glad you're here. I'm going to do a quick run through. I've already done all of the math, but it's going to take too long to explain it here, so I might even go live before January 6th if you want me to, after I explain to you how a little bit of money you are making on these low ball offers. I'll be right back. I did the math so you don't have to, but if you want more in depth on how I got to these numbers, let me know and we'll go live before January 6th. Guys, I want you to keep in mind this is very bare bones minimum. This is just a simple refinance closing, no translation needed, no bilingual, no scan backs, none of that. Just printing, going, getting it signed, dropping, and going home. Bare minimum. So you get the signing request for $65. You're looking at paper and toner expense of $8.31. And this is based on an example of letter costing $40 per case and legal costing $75 per case. And then I do the math after that. Mileage to and from based on the IRS rate, based on the IRS rate for 2026, because that's already out there at 72.5 cents, it's going to be $29 to and from. This is going to cover your vehicle expenses, gas, oil changes, tire rotations, things of that nature, mechanical things that could get messed up because of the wear and tear on your vehicle. And let's talk about what a lot of people don't want to talk about. Yep, taxes. I am not a tax preparer or accountant, so I set aside 30% just because that's what I decide to do. The recommended is anywhere between 25 and 30%, and that's all I'm going to say about that. So when we take 30% of the $65 to put aside for our taxes, we're looking at $19.50. This is a total of $56.81 in expenses on a $65 signing. Your profit is $8.19. Let's talk about time. In a very perfect world, you're only investing maybe about 2.5 to 3 hours of your time to get this signing completed and dropped. So $8.19 profit divided by 3 hours is $2.73 an hour. Yay you. Now let's look at a $75 fee. Same amount for toner and paper. Toner and mileage. Paper, toner, mileage are not going to change. Oh my. Okay, so now we're going to move on to the $75 bracket. Your paper, toner, and mileage to and from is going to stay the same. That's not changing. We're still doing this based off of a closing, a refinance closing, no bells and whistles, 150 pages times 2, because you always have to print a copy, and 20 miles away. So $8.31 for paper and toner, mileage $29. Taxes now are $22.50 on the $75. So now you're looking at a total expense of $59.81 to get this closing done. That leaves you with $15.19 in profit. When you divide that by 3 hours of work, you're making now $5.06 an hour. You're doing great. Moving on to $85 fee. Paper toner the same, mileage to and from the same. Taxes this time, $25.50. So we're looking at $8.31 for paper and toner, $29 for mileage to and from. Remember, straight to and from, no scan backs, no none of that. Total expenses, $62.81. So when you subtract those expenses from your $85 fee, you get $22.19 in profit. And if you divide that by 3 hours of work time in a perfect world, you're looking at being above the minimum wage for most states at $7.39 an hour. Now, the final one that I have as an example is for $100. Paper and tone are the same at $8.31 because nothing's changed on the signing. Mileage to and from, $29. Taxes now, $30. Your total expenses for this signing at a $100 fee are $67.31. That leaves you with a profit of $32.69. Divided by 3 hours is $10.90 an hour. Again, I'm not telling you an amount that you should charge because that is called colluding. So we will not be having that conversation in the comments. I do not want to get in trouble. I am only sharing this information with you so that you will be more aware of what it is that you're actually doing. Like, are you in business as a charity or are you trying to earn a living? We're all trying to earn a living, I believe. Like, we didn't get into this just because we want to help the community. We want to do that. But in order for us to do that on a full-time basis, we need to be paid appropriately. Now, I'm not saying that everyone should have a profit of $100 per hour. That would mean that we would have to charge an exorbitant amount, but at least a livable hourly wage after all of these expenses, don't you think? Guys, this was just bare minimum. These expenses do not include your notary stamp, your notary education, your notary certifications, all of the different ways, the time that you are spending trying to improve yourself. Maybe you purchased a printer, scanner, and a computer for your vehicle so that you could have a mobile service. There is an option on all of these signing service platforms to counter. Just start countering. I'm not going to tell you what to charge. You determine that. You sit down, do the math. And again, if you want me to go live so that we have more time to dig into this a little bit deeper, please let me know in the comments. I want to know. I want this to be a conversation. I want us to work together. This $65 fee for a refinance, no matter what state you live in, is a slap in the face. So I just wanted to share this with you because we've been talking about this for the last couple of days, and that's what I have come up with. Again, for more detail on how I got these calculations, say live in the comments, and I will go live before January 6th. I have a live scheduled for January 6th, but I think that as we enter the new year, we need to start thinking more like a business, okay? And less like, I just need to get the money. Honey, you're not getting the money. Not at $65 per signing. You're not getting the money. I hope this information helped. Till next time.